Hello guys, let's continue from where we have stopped. Uh, one second. Notice. Select this teaching marker. Yeah. One single color. Where is this? See. Let's start. Last time we left it at. Let me check. Yeah. See, this is KAS Mains GS1 Unit 1 syllabus. It's the exact wordings is here. Literature in which we have Sanskrit literature, Vedic, and the epics and Puranas, and their impact on the life and culture of the Indian people. Prose works of polity, ethics, popular stories, and Panchatantra, the important works they have mentioned. Mughal contribution to literature also we need to see. So KPSC introduces this topic to test the candidate's mastery over the India's classical literary landscape. The focus is on analyzing structural transformations like Shruti to Smriti and religion to secular prose, and mapping how these canonical frameworks institutionalize the statecraft, moral philosophy, and sociocultural life across the time. See, we have, first of all, we'll begin with defining what is ancient Sanskrit literature, the Vedic corpus, and its four institutional layers. What is these layers? One is they have got Samhitas, Brahmanas, then Aranyakas, and the Upanishads. Okay, these are four layers of the Vedic literature. The corpus is like it's a huge mammoth. It's like infinite. So much is there, and we have we have four divisions to it. Let's go on one by one. Ancient Indian literature began with a Vedic corpus preserved for centuries through an oral tradition called Shruti. Shruti means the which is heard. Okay, Shruti is which is heard before being written down in archaic Sanskrit. Okay, before it's being written, it was transferred through from mouth to mouth in a disciplic succession. As discussed in classical text references like Nitin Sangani, here they have given. This vast body of literature is divided into two major chronological categories. One is the early Vedic time. I'll just take. One is the early Vedic time. Where is this? Yeah. Then the later Vedic time. So early Vedic time we had Rig Veda, then Sama, Yajur, and Atharva Vedas have come. Structurally, each Veda is organized into four distinct horizontal. See, we have four Vedas. Okay, Shruti corpus, in which Samhitas is a core hymn. See, each Veda will have all these four. Okay, it's not like this is from Rig Veda. No, even one Veda, Rig Veda will have four. Then likewise Sama, Yajur, Atharva, all these four will have four layers each. Okay, this shows the Vedas have got its amendments over the time and over its interpretations over the time. Okay, so Rigved Samhita stands as the oldest document containing 1028 hymns. This was asked in a prelims. No, not in prelims, in one of the exams. So 1028 hymns, suktas, organized across 10 books, mandalas, and primarily praising personified natural forces like Agni, Indra, Varuna. The Samaveda represents the verses as the musical chants. So Sama, Sarigmapa comes from the Samaveda. Okay. Serving as a historical root of classical Indian music, the Yajurveda performs liturgical guide or outlining ritual actions and formulations split into Shukla, white, and the Krishna, black. This is recessions. See, Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha means this is the time in which the yagna has to be performed. Atharva Veda Samhita captures popular everyday religious life containing magical formulas, protective spells, charms, valuable. See, this is again mantras, tantras come from Atharva Veda. Traditional medicine and folk systems. So all these come from Atharva Veda. So let's summarize. What does Samhita contain? Samhita contains, it's a foundational layer. So it contains collection of hymns, prayers and mantras. So Samhita is originally for Rig Veda, all Vedas, Rig, Sam, Yajur, Atharva. Okay. So Rig Veda contains 1024 hymns, and this is mainly praising natural forces like Indra, Agni, Varuna, these people. Now, the Samaveda, Sarigamapa comes from Samaveda, which means the music, foundation for Indian classical music. Yajurveda functions as a guide for ritual actions, formulations and it has Shukla and Krishna. Shukla is white and Krishna is black. And Atharva Veda contains tantric rituals. Okay, this is about Samhita. Next comes, this is Brahmana. Okay, each Veda has a Brahmana to it. Okay, so Brahmanas explanations attached to Samhitas. Okay, each Samhita contains one Brahmana. They provide detailed illustrations for, see, even Indian constitution is read with the schedules. Okay, first schedule, second schedule. We have tiers of old PM as the mnemonic to remember schedules. These, the parts are read with the help of schedules. Okay, so same way Brahmanas help us understand Samhitas. So prose explanations attached to Samhitas, they provide detailed instructions for rituals, historical context for sacrifices, mythological explanations of mantras. Notable works include Aitreya Brahmana, this is for Rigveda, and the Satpatha Brahmana is for Yajurveda, which explains symbolic meaning of rituals. Okay, so Aitreya belongs to Rigveda. Okay, so which means all Veda, all Vedic Samhitas contain one Brahmana. So Rigveda, Aitreya Brahmana, it is Rigveda again, in which the natural forces like Indra, these are worshipped. Okay, then Satapatha Brahmana is a Yajurveda. Yagnas are performed. Now, Aranyakas again, each commonly known as the forest text, Aranya. The work preaches the external ritualism and deep philosophical mysticism. Composed by ascetics living in the remote forest, they emphasize meditation, mental sacrifice, then internalize spirituality or animal slaughter or elaborate public ceremonies. Again, these are some of these contain some counter arguments for Brahmanas. Okay, then Upanishads is again it's a ultimate Vedanta comes from Upanishad, marking the end of, so summit of Vedanta, we say summit of Vedas. So if you know this, you don't have to know everything else. That's the meaning of it. So here is where the Vedas all end. So Indian philosophy comes from here. Let's say these philosophical treatises are written as dialogues between teachers and students. They shift focus from ritual fulfillment to pursuit of all absolute knowledge. So the Gnana Marga. About 108 traditional texts. Then principal ones include Mukhya Upanishads like Chandogya, Brihadaranyaka, Katha Upanishads, Mundak, Satyam Eva Jayate comes from here. Satyam Eva Jayate. Truth alone triumphs. So introduce foundational concepts like Brahman, Atman, all this comes from karma. So the present day core philosophy of Indian religion, Indian culture is from Upanishads. Okay, Atma, Karma, Brahma. So these comes from Vedanta. So Vedanta, even later it becomes Mimamsa, in which Purva Mimamsa, Uttar Mimamsa comes. Purva Mimamsa like Kumaril Bhatta, they propound it is again a difficult task to understand Atma Brahma. Then Uttar Mimamsa comes Shankaracharya, Madhva, Ramanuja, then Nimbarka. So these great seers will promote the Uttar Mimamsa. Uttar Mimamsa is also called as the Vedanta philosophy, in which we have Advaita, Vishishtadvaita, Shakti Vishishtadvaita, Shuddhadvaita, all this Advaita philosophies come. Now, so let's summarize. We have a core hymns in Samhitas, in which we have four Vedas: Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Atharva Veda. Rig Veda has 24 hymns praising natural gods like Indra, Varuna, Vayu, Agni, etc. Then Samaveda, we have the music. Indian classical music foundation is the Samaveda. Yajurveda contains um, rituals. So Atharva Veda contains tantric, mantra, tantric knowledge. Okay. So each of these contains Brahmana. Brahmana explains. So Aitreya Brahmana belongs to Rig Veda. Satapatha Brahmana belongs to Yajurveda. Okay. So this explains the Samhitas. Now again, these are countered in Aranyakas, explaining elaborate rituals are not required. Only internalization, meditation, spirituality. It drags the ritualistic elaboration into spirituality. Then Upanishads, one of the, let's take some examples in Aranyaka. Brihadaranyaka, external symbolism composed. Okay, there is no. Brihadaranyaka is one of the examples. So Upanishads, we have this is the pure philosophy. It contains Vedic knowledge, karma, Brahman, then Atman comes from Upanishads. Okay. So four layers are again horizontal layers, are again divided into vertical layers with the time. Okay. Let's say this is the basic concept of Vedic system. Now Puranas and epics of Ramayana and Mahabharat. So Puranas like Markandeya Purana. So all this structures and socio-cultural impact. While the Vedas represent the Shruti, epics, Itihasas and the Puranas fall under the category of Smriti, which is remembered. Okay, Shruti is explained. Shruti comes from voice. Smriti means it is remembered, signaling shift from the elite ritual collections to accessible narratives designed to transmit cultural values to the broader public. Okay,